Hello everyone. So I was shown yesterday on someone's phone, a regular stalker's phone, the Stalker app, and I'll get into that. I'll get into what I'm talking about. So this stalker is a regular stalker, and he started back when I first noticed customers were getting involved. He was the first customer that I realized was doing the thing that the weird things that the employees were doing. And that's when I realized, oh, this is really starting to get really weird. You know, doing things that they were doing with, like, whistling when I would talk to a certain person, or get upset when I was talking to a certain person. Or he even said, now this is how I know that he wants me to, that he is following me, or that he wanted me to think he was following me, or whatever. Because he said one time when I was working, I was in the produce section, he was there, and he was like, oh, he's such a dumbass. He made this stupid laugh, and I'm like, he's like, I'm following you. And I'm like, well, why? Oh, I like to follow beauty. Like, which, I have a mirror. I know I'm not, like, a beautiful whatever. Anyways, so he's like, oh, I'm following beauty and all this crap. And then he, and then he proceeded to get weird. I proceeded to kind of, like, start cutting him off. Like, I already was like, once he started acting weird, I was like, nah, this guy's weird. And he was still a regular after that. He would come and sit at the coffee bar for some time, which a lot of the creepers do. And then one time I was talking to a coworker, and I kind of I showed him to her, and I kind of showed some disdain. And then he kind of, like, disappeared for a while, and then he came back a little bit, and I've been ignoring him. And he's been in a few times, and I ignore him, and he said hi, so it was kind of hard to, he said hi, and it was a friendly hi, I guess. As friendly as it can be for them. Anyway, so I returned it, and then I just got back to work. So, yesterday, this same guy was on my bus route. Now, some of the customers, regular customer that I talk to, I think she might be talking to some other people. But anyways, she knows I take a certain bus. He just happened to be on the bus before. Now you could say, well, how could he be stalking if he was on the bus before you got on? Or, I don't know. That's a valid question. Maybe it was just coincidence. Or maybe they knew what time I was going to be at the bus stop, and he knew. I don't know. It could have been coincidence, but it was really, really weird. I get on, I passed him, he's like, hi, and I showed my annoyance with that. And I seated a little bit behind him. He's talking to someone. So I decided to get a phone video kind of him. It's not very good because it is a flip phone. Because after what happened with my cell phone and the possible hacking and the weird shit it was doing, I just, like, whatever. And I got a flip phone. I still think, they could still listen if they wanted. But, so anyways, I got a little bit of video. It's not the best. He's a little bit far, and I couldn't be, like, really obvious about it. But I'm sure he knew, because after that, he got on the phone, and he was far away, but he was close enough to where I could see what was on his phone. And he probably knew that. He got on his phone, he was on an app. Well, basically the screen, what I could see on the screen was like a map. And he was zooming in. You know how, like, the maps are? I'm going to show an image that's kind of close to it in another video. Actually, I'll post an image for the picture of this video. Anyway, you'll see it. Anyway, so, but it was like a map, and he zoomed in. And when he zoomed in, it was like a little black outline person. Correct? So you know what I'm talking about. Like, the Google Maps kind of person, but it was a black outline of a person. And it was kind of flashing, like it had like a flashing, but it kind of had like a signal, sort of, it kind of had like a visual signal on it, like it was kind of going like this. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, that's what it was doing. And you zoom in on it, and for some reason he's just watching it. He's just watching this person while it's moving. and it's signaling. And then he got off, and so I know it was an app because the way he got, it was obviously an app on his phone that did this. Now, could he have been tracking him? I don't know why you would track your own self. I believe he was trying to show me that, oh, I'm being tracked. Or whatnot. Because it is possible to do. It is possible to do. We already know that that stuff is out there. Now, how they would know unless it's updated and they put in a location of where you're at, possible. Or if it's, you know, most people would say off your cell phone. I have a flip phone. Maybe it has a way of tracking, possibly. Or any other kind of like chip, like in a card, a bank card, or a... I'm not saying that I know exactly how these chips work, but that they might actually also have a tracking device on them in some way. I'm just putting that out there. Why is he getting on this like little person, you know, signal app while on the bus after he's already made me uncomfortable many times at work? You know, showed me that told me he was following me in the past, doing the weird stuff, acting weird, doing all the stuff. That's why I think that this is going on, because they give signs and they even say that they are doing it. So again, it makes you obviously come to the conclusion that they're doing it. So anyways, yeah, we're not crazy. And I want to get into another video about how a lot of these gangstalkers are obsessed with schizophrenia. The gangstalkers. I'll just do another video after this. Heck, why not? Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and up in the future, because I have the bus footage of him. I'm gonna have to put it into an editing thing, and I'm kind of, to be honest, there's a bit of laziness here, because, you know, I went to school for multimedia and graphic design. I mean, I could easily do this. It's just gonna take a little more time. I wanted to get it out, but I will do it. Probably spend a little more time on this, putting together video snippets and stuff. Dude, you're going after a person who knows graphic design and multimedia. I mean, and you don't even need to know that to do editing software. I mean, you know, whatever. These stupid people. These stupid people. So I guess he wants to be an internet superstar. Because I know, they know, that I mean, if it is a high level thing, if it's not just some people just put me on an app. Because sometimes it's like, they don't seem to know something about me that's like, if you were really like super stalking me, wouldn't you know this shit about me? But then other times it's like they know just random, it's really weird. But anyway, so when he came, okay, so to get back on topic about this dude, right? He came later. So it was the same dude. I know what he looks like. He came later. Because I looked, when I got to work, I kind of like perused the section to see if he was there. The coffee bar. He came later that day. Same dude. It was him. It wasn't a mistaken idea. It was him. And I ignored him. And I was like, man, when I go on my break, I'm going to get a picture of him. Because I'll be off the clock. I'm going to get a picture of him. So okay, if he comes back in there, I'm going to get a picture of him. Because he needs to, you know, he's obviously a dangerous person if he's stalking people. If he's making people fun, he's obviously a stalker, so he needs to be put on blast. So, yeah, so I'll go ahead and, like, if I can get his picture, and yeah, I hate to be obvious about it. So the picture might not be the best, but I'm going to try to get, yeah. Anyway, so this shit is real. I finally got to see a stalker app. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it's not cool. It's not cool. But at least I kind of know how they're doing it. You know? Or at least one way they're doing it. And I can share it with y'all. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I have. I'm just going to go right into another video after this. So for this one, that's all I have for you. I'm going to go ahead and work on that. But it'll probably be a short video. And it might be updated. If I get the dude's picture, you know it's going to be updated. So anyways, until next time, stay in your power.